What's up guys, Princess Strong Style 9v2 and I'm back with another video, and this is going to be a special audio one actually. And as the title says, I'm going to be reviewing one of the greatest matches in TNA wrestling history. If not, then definitely, in my opinion, the greatest match in TNA history. And that took place actually 11 years to the day, believe it or not, and that is from TNA's Unbreakable 2005. September 11th, 2005. Main event, triple threat match for the TNA X Division Championship. Champion, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, defending against challengers, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and the undefeated Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Now, this match gets hell of a lot of credit for being easily TNA's greatest match. But how did this match come together? Well, let's go through this real quick. So Daniels won the title at Destination X, I believe, in March of 2005, beating AJ Styles, Ron Killings, and Elix Skipper in a four-way X Division Championship Ultimate X Challenge. Sadly, I have not seen that match, but he won the championship in that match and went on to defend the championship for the next 6 months, 5.5 months close to. And then in the spring of 2005, there was a tournament where, where the winner of that tournament would become the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. That tournament was named the Super X Cup, where the X Division wrestlers would compete in there for a shot at the title. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles was the tournament final at the August pay-per-view Sacrifice, which was an excellent match, let me tell you that. Definitely stole the show. One of the best matches TNA's ever put on, in my opinion. One of the better ones. And kind of one that I think gets forgotten about, considering these two had an even better one in December at Turning Point. But right here, with the help of Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe defeated AJ Styles via submission to become the #1 contender for the championship. And then, I believe it was Commissioner, or whatever the name of the authority figure was, Larry Zbyszko had decided it was a huge injustice to AJ on what happened at Sacrifice, so he decided to put AJ into this match at Unbreakable and make it a triple threat match for the X Division Championship. And the big thing about this was that it was then put in the main event slot. And I gotta say, guys, that was amazing for them to actually do that. Because at the time, the X Division was really tearing the house down so many times. You had a lot of really great X Division wrestlers like P.D. Williams, Chris Sabin. You had these three. You had Sanjay Dutt. And then eventual guys like Jay Lethal, Alex Shelley. A lot of these great young talents would come in and try to steal the show. And that's what they pretty much did at that time. And these three were the foundation of the X Division in their own right. Now, let me go through all three guys quickly on what they contributed to the match. Now, Joe at the time, this was about 3 months after he debuted in TNA at Slammiversary, defeating Sanjay Dutt, I believe, making his debut, and then started the awesome undefeated streak, where he would go on to kick ass and take names, becoming an undefeated Samoan submission machine, beating a lot of big-time names and a lot of X Division stars, beating these two in several matches throughout the rest of 2005 into 2006. He defeated guys such as Monty Brown, Rhino, Abyss, Chris Sabin, there was another one, Scott Steiner, a lot of these guys, and he would become, and then the streak would end about a year later, but we'll get to that in different videos. And Christopher Daniels, like I said, won the title, defended it for several months, and he was here in this spot. So yeah, and AJ same as well. Throughout 2004, 2005, AJ was promoted as pretty much the golden boy for TNA, as the guy who would tear the house down every single night against different guys, and even had one of the best X Division Championship matches, or two, pretty much 3 of them, outside of this match in TNA history. The Ultimate X at Final Resolution, the match with Joe at Turning Point, and the Iron Man match with Christopher Daniels at Against All Odds. all three classic matches. Definitely check them out if you haven't seen them. But yeah, we get to this match. This was put in the main event slot, and let me tell you, that was the right move in my opinion. Because if this went before Rhino versus Raven in the NWA World Title Raven's Rules match, there was no way that match would have been able to follow it, and the crowd pretty much would have been dead. So this went on last in the main event slot, and wow, this was an unbelievable match, guys. For 23 minutes, they just went balls to the wall crazy. There was some great psychology by Christopher Daniels in this match, where he pretty much just used both guys to his advantage. He just used the triple threat to his advantage, not just in the fact that there's no disqualification in triple threat matches, but the fact that he would legit use both guys to his advantage. He even used them in creative spots, like one of the more notable ones being where he got AJ into a bulldog position, leaped up into gave Joe an Enziguri, excuse me, and then bulldog AJ. That was a great spot. Tried to go for it again, but this time AJ threw Daniels into Joe and hit him with a an STO. That was an awesome spot. But oh my god, these three spots were awesome that I'm going to mention. First up was, for me, my favorite spot of the match was the monkey flip by Christopher Daniels to AJ Styles. He tried to go for regular monkey flip, but instead, when AJ was monkey flipped, he landed onto Samoa Joe and gave him an Enziguri, Hurricanrana. Joe went flying and bounced off the ropes. That was an amazing spot. That, for me, is my favorite spot of the match. There were two other awesome ones. First up from AJ, where he did a springboard shooting star press and landed onto both Joe and Daniels on the outside. That was an amazing spot. The crowd absolutely lost it throughout on that spot. And once again, when Joe hit a top rope suicida, or however you want to call it, onto both AJ and Daniels, that was an amazing spot. Like I said, great psychology by Daniels. Trying to find different ways in order to win the match, whether it was by using the championship belt. He found different ways to counter both men's moves. He just put on an excellent performance. Joe used a lot of his power, submissions, and speed in order to counter both men's speed and their agility. AJ just went balls out, did everything he could, whether it was using some power or some high spots. That was amazing stuff right there. And the crowd was absolutely on fire in this match. Just losing their shit during this match. Just unbelievable stuff right here, guys. Maybe people might be thinking I'm going half-assly, talking about this match, but just wow, this was just an unbelievable match. And I actually just saw this match about 2 hours ago before I started to record this video, and just wow, just an unbelievable match. Some amazing high spots, amazing psychology by Daniels, and just great stuff. And then the finish where AJ countered the Angel's Wings into a Northern Light pinning combination. 1, 2, 3 onto Christopher Daniels, becomes X Division champion. That was the right move because Joe was considered undefeated at the time, so if Joe had taken the pin, that probably would have been a bit weak. But still everybody looked so strong in this match. Unbelievable stuff, guys. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And how I grade this match is this: I'm gonna do it the same way as I do with my reviews, where I give it a grade and I give you my opinion, and it's gonna be both out of 5 stars. So for a grade, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. It just was based off its own merits, where it just was balls out, crazy action, high intensity. It was so physical and stiff at points. Unbelievable spots in this match. The crowd was blazing, and so on and so forth. I give it 5 out of 5 from its own merits as a grade. For my opinion, it also deserves a 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't seen this match, check it out. One of the greatest matches of all time, easily. The second greatest triple threat match. And for me, the only definitive greatest match in TNA history. So hopefully, you guys let me know what match I should review next for this series. I don't know how it's going to go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and suggest any matches, any matches I should review, whether good or bad, it doesn't matter. Please don't let it be from anything from Heroes of Wrestling if you want me to review a bad match. But yeah, this was an amazing match, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Go check out that triple threat. 11 years later, still the greatest match in company history. And until the next video, peace.